Greetings, humanity. I'm Jim, and I'm coming to you from the middle of a snowstorm. It's gonna be one of those days when I thought, those of you who know me know that it's hard for me to pass up some good irony, so I thought I'd play Frostpunk. Hang on. Wait. Hi, Pope. Mildly jealous of the snowstorm? Is that what's happening? It's a strange time. Yes, of the snowstorm. Oh, I mean, yeah, we've got a delightful amount of it. I can outside right now. It's wait, the place where I live, you just get hurricanes. Okay, yeah, no, that's definitely understandable. I used to live in a place where there were hurricanes. Hurricanes would get close every year or every other year, depending. And I understand. But back when I lived out at the beach. But no, we don't get here. You see, I'm in the middle of North Carolina. We don't really get snow a lot. We get it once a year. Usually around this time of year. It's actually been February that we've been getting it. So this is it's a little earlier than it was last year. I don't know if that means anything. But this is the second weekend in a row that we've been kind of snowed in. And so of course, the thing being that it's one of those things that it happens every year, so you would think people would be prepared for it. They're not. A lot of the folks here have been running around like chickens with their heads cut off. Basically, I went to the grocery store and there were many empty aisles when I last went to the grocery store a few days ago, and this is just like. Yeah, folks just they grab up all the water and bottled water and the eggs and the milk and the paper towels, things of that nature. It is a little odd that, well, I say it's actually probably fortuitous for them and terrible for others who don't get it. But the bottled water, at least we can understand, because there's just going to be less clean water available just in general in the near future. But, we'll see how things go. In the meantime, though, I thought, why not play this game? Because I left off at a certain point, and so, we'll try and we're going to try and continue. And see what we can do. We are building. Now the thing is, I'm doing the DLC. I'm at the last autumn DLC, which is before the snowpocalypse that happens in this game. And it just is amusing to me for this reason that. As we get into this, the generator construction crews did the hardest part of the job. The specialists came with receiving inspection to install the controls and perform a test run. Having more than one workshop significantly boosts your research rate. Yes, this we know. But, the funny part, if we look at this is a prequel, essentially, this DLC. And if you'll notice, so the frost hasn't happened yet. We've got another few days before it starts, where the temperature is going to drop a level. But right now, it's 50 degrees Fahrenheit in the game. You want to know what it is outside right now? Where I am? Can I tell you? Can I tell you? that where I am right now, we're currently sitting at 18 degrees. So this means that it is warmer right now in Frostpunk than it is outside. This delights me for some reason. You're having 57. That's that's good. So you still beat Frostpunk currently. That's good. That's good. Good to know. Normally in the regular Frostpunk game, it's much colder, but like I said, this is a prequel, and so it just sort of amused me that I have it currently colder than it is in my Frostpunk game. So this is one of those infamous trying to squeeze this game in before lunch things. So I don't have a huge amount of time, so I'm going to get this going. I don't have as much time right now because I decided I just want to jump in and do it. Ever have that thing where it's like you feel like you're not doing anything and you're like, let's do a thing? That's what this is. So let's see, where are we? We are in the midst of stage 3 of building the generator prototype, which we have down here. We can see it in all of its roiling glory. We have built the foundry. We are working on the support frames. I built one of the support frames already, didn't I? Not ready yet. Did we go too far back in time somehow? And then we build the core. And I'm building the support frames out before the core because I feel like it would be a good idea to do that. Let me see. Oh, yeah, no, I'm working on both of them. I understand now. So the core is here. I'm actually working on the core simultaneously, apparently. We have currently folks building the core while we're building the support. Where are we? Let me actually look at this. Hang on. Let me hop over here. So, 25 steel composites, 25 structural profiles, 25 structural profiles. I guess I don't have any of these things in here, but since I started building these already, I must have expended them already to get these going. I mean, I have a few steel composites and steam exchangers and structural profiles available, but that's mostly I have those sitting there to do stuff with, as I recall. That's a ventilation plant that I just clicked on for no apparent reason. That's kind of where we are right now. So this is going to be finished in another 1 day and 1 hour. So that's total work time. So that's not counting their time off, which I must give them to keep things safe. Our current toxicity level is at medium, and that's going up tomorrow, so it's about to get less safe. That's wonderful. The core is generally the most dangerous place to work around. We have high efficiency, which is good. Always nice. High motivation, work standardization. Do I have any? Surely I have a. I have an agitator out here that's working with them. Yeah. I imagine that there's an agitator that. Look at all of these agitation zones. Of course, if I put one right here, that would be certain. Let me check. Let me check. As the core currently, high motivation, work standardization, slowed down because of safety procedures. this support frame. High motivation work standardization. Where are my agitators? That's one. Yeah. No, that's got it. Work of the agitator. The words of this agitator are heard in 9 workplaces. Hearing the words of encouragement, people will have higher motivation to work. Which is the point, you know. We must keep motivated. So yes, the core and the support frame. Those are currently... We're good. This other support frame's already been built, so we don't have to highlight it. Okay, good. What's our supply situation? Coal balance seems good. I keep using the trees. Part of that is turning the trees into coal. Safety procedures? OSHA has no power out here! Excellent. Nice things. It's true. It's true. OSHA has no power here. Also, they haven't come around. It's the 1800s. They haven't come into existence yet, I don't think. Those fools. They should have happened decades earlier. They knew it was good for them. Let's see. So yeah, that's, you know, getting an influx of steel has been an issue. The food balance is okay for now. I think we're on hearty meals again right now, even though we have more standard meals currently. One person's currently being treated, but our medical situation seems okay. Our housing seems fine. We have, okay, so of the vacant beds that we currently have, 20 of these are in a care house, so that's, we don't need to worry about that, but 6 of them, we can accommodate 6 more healthy workers. Who do we have coming? We have one worker and 1 steam core arriving. And that's actually pretty much the deal, is we have to keep the steam cores coming in order to continue building up the infrastructure of, you know, getting supplies. I mean, really, we're just, you know, trying to come into the home stretch with this. We have, as you know, it's just assembling the generator is the next stage, so that'll be the biggie. Okay. Let's see. I can't think of anything else major that I needed to have happen. So we're just gonna keep doing this for now until I can think of whatever it is. I'm just gonna be keeping, you know, upgrading the docks as things go on. You know, OSHA looked at this here and said, the folks have to deal with, and said, "No, we don't want any parts of that. It'll be easy." Yeah. Yep. We have that situation. It's not a labor issue. Everyone's safe currently. But I will save the game and look at this. Hurt by words. Oh dear. So engineers are worried that certain messages broadcasted by the agitators undermine their authority. They take issue with slogans meant to boost workers' resolve and motivation, such as, "Worker, show the engineers what you're made of," or "Engineers said it couldn't be done, prove them wrong." I mean, you know. Leave the slogans, discontent will rise. Cut the slogans, motivation will fall. Discontent engineers, eh? I feel as though this is going to lead to something. If I ignore the engineers too much, they're gonna bail on me. And we do need them. The thing to think about. I have to silence something real quick. There we go. Okay. So, let's see. They know they don't have enough paper to document all of the violations. Labor strike, perhaps. Here's a slogan: get to work or else. It's a good slogan. I think it's going to be an unpopular decision to cut the slogans, but I mean, we do need to be at least a little fair to the the fact that we have engineers here that are doing vital jobs for us. Discontent will rise. But, I mean, we can take the hit either way. I'm going to try cutting the slogans, even though it's going to hurt the motivation a little bit. And we'll have a prayer service tonight to try to get that back. Unpopular decision. Yeah, that's temporary. That'll go away. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else I need to do over here. That's functioning. What all do we have happening? The advanced fishing harbor is working. I can't possibly do anything more to that. Working at 143% motivation. 143% efficiency. We have food coming in. I don't think we have any other sites we need to explore. We've already taken care of all of those. It's everything. We have food coming in from the mountain lake for another day or so. That is going to be a thing because we're going to have to rely entirely on the fishing harbor. And I don't know if we can... Can we build a second fishing harbor? Is that possible? Would we have to give up one of the docks? I think that's the question. Because I didn't even think about that. There is nowhere to put this. Nope, we can only have the one fishing harbor. Okay. The prove them wrong slogan may have been a bit strong. I have a novel idea. Have you considered dumping air pollutants into the air akin to CFCs? It would keep the ice at bay. I mean, there's plenty of air pollution happening. I know. I think if there was anything else interesting or clever I needed to do or monitor. If there was anything important I needed to check in on while this is happening. Yeah, both of these are just now on regular shifts because there's only so much that can come in at a time. There's already another steel pile over here, so I mean, it's, we're getting... These are advanced docks, upgraded docks, upgraded docks. We need to turn them advanced. Storage limit reached. Reloading station. I guess we need to upgrade the reloading stations first. And then upgrade the docks. Yes, but we're putting the wrong air pollution into the air. We're currently putting in reflective pollutants, whereas we need greenhouse gases. Ah! I don't know if they've figured that out yet. That's the thing. I think that, I'm not sure that... I don't remember when we figured that out. They might have. I don't know. Or in this reality, they may not know that yet. It's an interesting question. But I remember what you were talking about. There was a plan at one time. A plan. There was an idea, not a plan. There was an idea at one time to do that to Mars. Not in this universe. I'm just saying in real life. I heard someone talking about a plan to do that with Mars. Right now we have everyone currently employed, which is nice. Do I have anything that I need to have happening, however, at these? We're eventually going to need... If I have people to spare eventually, I do want to get more folks working on steam exchangers and steel composites, but we just don't have the staff right now to get it done. Let me, however, look and see. I can advance work by 20%. There, but not here. If I spend 5 steam exchangers, and I already did it here with the core, but I haven't done it with the frame, which will be done in 5 hours. But they're going to be done with the workday in 10 minutes. So if I spend 5 on steam exchangers, I could do that. I could at least make it go a little bit faster and recover some people. It would mean building, but the thing is I would just be sending them back to build more steam exchangers, so I don't know if... At that point, is it worth it? Is it? Yes, carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas, which would be good for Mars, as it has a lot of CO2 already and easily accessible. Methane is more potent solution, which would probably be easier on Earth given our petroleum reserves than on the moons of Jupiter. Yeah. Yeah, that's probable. I don't know. I don't know what the yeah, but as far as this universe goes, I don't know exactly what the deal is. But yeah, that they've been talking about it. But you know, we're a long way away from terraforming properly. Just because of the, you know, well, it'd help if we can figure out Earth first. To a certain extent. Okay. So they're now closed. But let me see if I can suddenly throw people in here. Because we're going to need... No, that's the council square. I want to increase motivation this way by giving them food rations. Foundry. Now let's give them prayer. That costs more money. Motivational speech, however. Doesn't cost quite as much in rations. The words of our most experienced employees will increase motivation. There we go. There we go. How are we doing down here? We have 400, a little over 400 coal left to gather down there.
Workers, your work is over for today.
And the work day has officially ended for everyone else, except for, you know, unless you happen to work in the pub. Or anywhere that I've got it going 24/7, which I don't think I have. I've got some people out here at the steel pile. Just gathering the steel by hand. I could probably go ahead and build a, I should probably just go ahead and build a gathering hub for that. If we can't properly take care of the vegetation on this planet, I definitely don't trust these folks to do it on others. Yep. Let me see. Resources. Gathering post. 15 wood, 5 steel. Yeah, we're fine for that for now. Would that we could build one that can... We'd have to build it inside that... They just put that there to taunt us, I swear. There's no way to actually get at it. But yeah, we put that there, and that'll... Right next to the charcoal kiln, that'll take care of that. Free up a few workers, I guess. Trying to think if there are any other buildings we need to do, and it's really mostly just a question of, you know, when we have the steam cores, we advance some of these other things, and that's it. Maybe build more storage out once we need that. There are people attending services, apparently. Yeah, they're attending sermons. Look at that. Filing in religiously. Those who have not filed in religiously over here. The public house. And people going to our other church. Yes. Oh, they're now going home. The service was a short one. Apparently. Also, we're going to have to deal with the fact that it's going to get colder. I don't know what this one level is going to mean. Because in the regular game, that can cause some issues. Right now, everything's comfortable. I fear it's going to become less comfortable as time goes on. I think technically we're still, we're about 7 days ahead of schedule right now, it says. So that's something. Let me see. You know, I feel like I'm forgetting something. So let's take the workers out of here. And put them over here. Oh, I see. I've got engineers doing it because I passed that law that let engineers work in places where workers can work. And vice versa. We have a few idle engineers now. That's dangerous. working at that gathering post in the morning, then they'll start gathering from this steel pile because we don't have a third reloading station over here, which we'll need to build. Let me see about, storage is probably going to be an issue soon. For wood and steel. Let me see what I can do. Nothing. No, wait. Let's see. Right now, what are we researching right now? An advanced reloading station. Ah. Yeah, we'll get around to that. So the resource depot is 20 wood and 10 steel. The large resource depot is 50 wood and 25 steel. Which at this point, we could probably just do that. This large reloading station resource depot is for coal. But if we build a couple more, we can have one for... If we can find somewhere to put it, we can have one for wood and one for steel. Ah! We could fit one here. And then, like, we could put one there, although it would destroy a certain amount of resources, but you know how these things go. And then we can put another one out here. We could put two of them out here, actually. It'd probably be a smarter thing to do is just put them over here. So that way, we have enough to put both of them there now. Honestly. It might be the smartest thing to do. Perhaps. Where is our, let me also see, where is our, where is our steam sawmill currently? I know we have one. Don't we? Yeah, it's over here. Okay. One was wondering. Okay. Just a question of, like, when the time comes, right? Where do we end up putting the thing? Because, we want to be able to without worrying about where we're going to be putting more population. So if need be, we could put another one there. We don't have the personnel for it currently. But it's good to know that there's room there. So that means I can go ahead and throw down these depots and I think I'll be fine. We'll see what that does. He says just unilaterally deciding to spend our precious, precious resources that we should be spending making other things. That's the thing, though. We're going to need a lot of steel to make the rest of the composites and the exchangers. I'm just trying to look ahead. Build! Build, damn you, build! It's 5 a.m. Day 25. Getting another boat in shortly. Okay, transport has arrived with 1 worker and 1 steam core. We now must decide what to do with the steam core. Let's see. We didn't advance the docks, did we? No. Kind of a thing we should have done was we should have made these other docks into advanced docks while we were working on that. What fools we were! Is there time to either build a steam reloading station, reloading station over here, a new reloading station for this 3rd steel pile, or do we hang back on it? This is a good question. It was the middle of the night. I should have been building these. I should have been building these up. I build a 3rd reloading station. I guess that's going to be the priority. Let me see if I can just do that. Not going to need that gathering post anymore once that's built. Yeah. Like, well, never mind. We'll take that apart. Was a strange idea. Oh, motivation just went down, but discontent also just changed as well. Gonna have to deal with that. Have to do more things to raise motivation. And the toxicity levels are back up. Okay. Now we got to check out the condition. Well, I mean, right now it's deadly. But we've got protective structures we can use. It'll probably help. Once things kick in here. Once we hit work time and the ventilation plants kick on and such, let's see what we're looking at now. Unhealthy. Unhealthy, okay. The structural profiles will keep for 24 hours. So we'll use those. I mean, the core is where it's most important. We have currently 10 of them. I'll use 4 here. And 4 here. Wait. That's fine. This will be done today. So keeping that safe, that'll deal with that. Everywhere else is already safe because it's not around the core. So we're good there. And we're going to say this one is for wood. I need to send off the boat again. Let's see. Our current logistical limit is 24. We need another steam core, which takes up 20 of that. And 2 more workers. Ah, Mr. Gabriel, use telegraph station 20 or more times. I got an achievement just popped up for that. Okay. Let's see, they're currently building that. And once that's built, then I'll be able to figure out if I have, where, worker placement there. 2 workers, 8 engineers are currently at that reloading station. So that'll help, as we have these advanced docks with steam coming, with steel coming in. I have 20 workers here at the foundry already, so I could actually start up some work here. If we can get a... Let me think about this. So, what do we need more? We can... Steam exchangers can speed things up. Steel composites. I don't have any special trigger things for steel composites, but we're going to need them. We're going to need about 20 of them for stage 4. And then after that, there are optional upgrades. Thermal hulls, it says. And 50 steam exchangers. And down here, we can optionally upgrade with more if we if we get down to this point. So like 20, 30, 45, if I eventually want to do all that. While we'll need 50, 75, 95 steam exchangers for that. Okay. Plus, more. Let's go ahead and get to work on some of these. 20 steel, 40 coal. They also cost coal. That's kind of a question. We have about 2 days worth of coal currently. It looks good, but Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll set up to do 6 right now, and then we'll come back to it. Okay. So far, so good. Okay, the advanced reloading station has been researched. So now we can see if there's anything else we need to research at this point. Good lord. The advanced reloading station is takes 3 steam cores, whereas the previous one is 2 and then 1. People working here use power tools and advanced work organization to quickly gather mountains of resources piling up at the docks and transfer them to the stockpiles. And so that's like 40 wood, 80 steel, 3 steam cores. Or less if we're upgrading these. So that's a lot. Them to just come in faster. The advanced docks we've already got. At least we have these are advanced docks. Okay, it just means 3 piles. I don't know if the faster reloading stations would help much. Aside from just sort of like, here, we'll get everything in. We'll get one entire pile in one day, maybe. We keep hitting a storage limit for our. Oh, we do keep hitting the storage limit for our docks, at least for these. So we'll see. We'll see. What do we have left? So, like under resources, we have charcoal kiln bellows, which means they make coal 33% faster out of wood, which not a terrible idea. Food and health. We've got pretty much everything that matters, aside from the ability to make additional foragers, which is useless to me right now. Allows us to build another forager's quarters and form an additional team of foragers. We don't need to send out more foragers. We have the ability to make 2 teams, and we don't really. Yeah, that's. One of the teams already came back. We've already explored everywhere. Generator construction. We've researched everything. So this is it, really. Just the charcoal kiln bellows is just about the last thing. Unless we get some sort of... And, maybe after that we'll research additional foragers if we get, like, I don't know, some kind of achievement for researching everything in the technology tree. So we might do that. Just, like, for fun. But, yeah, I'll do the charcoal kiln bellows. We'll see how that goes. Right now, our researchers are just working. Yeah, they're not working 24 hours. They're just working regular shifts. There's only so much one can do. So we have that up and running. More boats coming in. How's this going? More of that's happening. In about an hour, this support frame will be done. And that'll free up about 30 workers if I want to use them for something else. Like going in here and making stuff. The core has still got another 18 hours before it'll be done. And like, I know issues are going to come up the moment it starts getting colder. Like, wait a minute. What is it? What is it, I wonder? Fire dampers. So we now have enough resources to build the fire dampers in the core, which will limit the damage if a fire breaks out. And build the fire dampers. We'll manage without them. I'd forgotten about that. I think that was something I asked them to remind me later. 5 steel composites. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Why not? I've been building steel composites for a reason. I didn't think it was that reason. But you know, not having fires, probably a good idea. One imagines. Okay, the core. Ah, okay. So both support frames are now in place, and we're now just working on the core. Fire keeps us warm, though. Why should we dampen it? I know, right? What sort of... Who would do such a thing? Fire is weirdly symbiotic and antagonistic to the human condition. You're right. It's very... Oh, we need to build more steam exchangers, though, so let's go ahead and throw some more workers over here. 16 steel it costs. So let's see. Let me check something. I reset the working hours to regular hours. You folks gonna be okay? I think you will. Oh, good, good. In case we need more of those. Which actually we probably do. These cost 20 wood apiece. Sure. How many do we need? What do we have right now? We have 2 in stock. Yeah. Well, we don't have any people over here. We'll put a few people over here. Sure. Throw in the engineers. Why don't we? Let's see. Gotta be careful. How much of this we are doing right now. I mean, we can always reverse it if need be. Okay. We're good. And more problems. Thankless bastards! Survivors from the south, thankless bastards. So, workers who you so selflessly decided to rescue talked our people into going on strike. They now demand safe working conditions, shorter working hours, healthier food, better accommodation, and good salary. There's absolutely no way we could satisfy those demands. What shall we do? Let them strike. Use lethal force to pacify them. Which unfortunately we don't have the People's Militia or security outposts. Because we haven't gotten to that point yet. So I can only let them strike. A workplace at the construction site will go on strike. Thankfully, it's one that's not as essential as the others right now. Oh, God. Jim, you'll never believe it. Someone is running Invisible Sun on stream right now. Is that Sword and Key? I heard that they are gearing up for another Invisible Sun campaign. And I see that they're streaming right now. It could be them. Yeah. I saw that they're doing that earlier today. So yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious about that. And that's gonna go. But that's very cool seeing that happening. It's a good game. It's just there's a lot to it. There's so much to Invisible Sun. Also, next thing you know, they'll want days off. I know, right? What the hell? How dare they? Like, work time off and holidays? What do they think this is? A vacation? No such thing. So the foundry is on strike, it says. We won't back down, do you hear? We want change. We want it now. Yeah. No risk of strike, and yet apparently, wait, the foundry, which one? Oh, no, the foundry I needed working. You bastards. It's a lot, but so is Amber. So, oh, well, okay, look. I beg to differ as far as, with Amber, there's a lot less for the GM to remember. As far as rules go. And I mean, also, I'll admit with Amber, I have like a lot burned into my brain of the lore. With Amber, it's mostly lore you have to remember. With Invisible Sun, there's lore and rules. And every different character type has different rules. Here's a change for you. Scout duty for all. How dare they? Foundry. So we could negotiate. I don't have collective bargaining going on. But there's also there's a law that I could pass. I can't pass it yet. Unless I already passed it and didn't realize. Maybe I did. Was it the collective it was the collective bargaining law. Okay. So if more than one goes on strike, then that's a thing. Rules maybe, but lore and plot. Also, we spend most of our time in the courts, so all of the political affiliations are a bit to keep track of. Yeah, I mean that's fair. But at the same time, you know, Invisible Sun is one of those games, and Amber does this too. But Invisible Sun is one of those games where you just you know, the connections and the lore keeps spreading out like a tumbleweed. Hard to say. It keeps accordioning out. I could negotiate with them if I wanted them to get back to work. Yeah. No risk of strike, and yet people working here are on strike. Actually, I just saved it just before this announcement. Okay. Let me see. Let me see what they want. Workers are angry and refuse to work. They shout about exploitation, terrible working conditions, and deadly dangers they face daily. What will you promise them? Offer them the rest of the day off. Workplace will remain closed until the next day. Demands might escalate. Try to appease them with extra rations. Minus 20 food rations. Discontent will rise greatly. Demands might escalate. Appease them with double rations. Minus 40 food rations. Discontent will rise greatly. Workplace strike risk will fall. I need to think about it. But here, demands aren't going to escalate if I give them double rations. Which is 40 food rations, which actually, I was about to burn 20 rations on morale anyway. But, I mean, this is the best we can do right now. Prevent demands from escalating. Let's see, discontent is going up again. But the work is continuing, and that's kind of important. And, I mean, you know, we're about 2 days worth of rations, it says. Then I'm going to do that other thing where I'm going to use a sermon to increase motivation, which also involves spending rations. I might have to pass that law that lets them fight each other to lower discontent. Boxing is like the only thing that'll do it. Let's see. Can we make more structural profiles? How many do we have right now? You need 4 to do this on a work site. Steam exchangers. How many steam exchangers do we have currently? Composites, we have those. Of this we have 6, 2 queued. Okay. Seeing where we are. We have 3. Okay. So 4. And then 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's good to have at least 8. It's not like food was important. Also, with double rations, they'll have excess food. And what will they do with that? They'll hoard it. Where are we here? 15 more hours to go on this. But we've only got we've only got like 25 minutes left of work on it today. Because gotta keep it safe. Okay, let me check this again. 8 out of... How many did I say we're going to need? Well, let's figure... I'm going to figure this first, and then we know extras are extra. Okay, so 20. So we need another... We need another 12 of these. And I'll have them... I'll queue another 2. Where are we with this? They're making... We're down to, you know, we've got 2 more they can try to make today. He says nervously. And I wish there was more stuff I could do over here. Okay. Yeah, no. Here. Why is it dangerous there all of a sudden? Ah! Ventilation. I see I made a slight error. Hang on. Here, let's leave those going a little longer.
Quitting time. Workers, leave your tools in order.
Good lord. How are we with coal? Well, it's fine right now. Constitutes checked. Good, good. What do we need here? So 10. That time went by faster than I thought it was going to. So let's see. And they've still got one more to make, and then they'll have 8. Only have 7 out of 10 people currently working in the pub. That's interesting. I thought we were full. Maybe get more folks in there. Curious. There we go. Shore up the pub. That's important. I'm sure. Okay, the charcoal kiln's been researched. Someone stay behind, I guess. Charcoal kiln billows. I mean, this kiln is going to be operating more. 28 coal from 7 wood, or 28 coal from 7 wood. Odd. But that said, I mean, there's nothing else. There's this. It's additional foragers is the last item on the table on this tree. So I guess we'll go ahead and put it in for research to see if we get an achievement or something. It'll cost a little bit, but I've got to see what happens. Now let's see, we have this is for wood, this is for steel. So that will help that. How are we doing? Nothing yet. Pub's not open yet. There we go. No one's attending yet. That's okay. This infirmary is at 75%. Why? We have a few people going to treatment. As some of them are going to... They're eating or resting. And not a lot of coal left over here. And I don't know what we're gonna do at that point. I mean, we're getting coal in from here, but... Ah, yes, that's right. The time has come to upgrade the docks again, since they're both closed at this time of day. 80 wood, 40 steel. Yeah, we can do it. 35 wood, 25 steel because it's building onto an existing structure. We upgrade both of those. Maybe that helps. Okay. Let me see. Work. Build. Build, damn you. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen when the, yep, the good fishing spot has been depleted. See, this now is where things are going to get a little tricky. As we're not talking about this, but this advanced fishing harbor that operates 24 hours a day. But we are now at a point where that's going to be it, I think. Wait, what's this down here? Herd of reindeer. Okay. Turns out we actually did have another spot scouted. That's good. I was concerned. There's still some fish in the lake, but they're too small to catch. Okay. This, once again, is one of those interesting things where you can see that we have, theoretically, this scouting team, which is now waiting. It didn't exist a moment ago because they were this transportation team delivering the last 80 raw food from the mountain lake to the city. So, we split them into into a total of 10 people. And they somehow do both jobs simultaneously. It's amazing. And, you know, a bit Jekyll and Hyde, I presume. Anyway, let's get them over to that herd of reindeer, which is our last bastion of food. For like a total of 9 days. A herd of reindeer was cut off by an avalanche in a small valley. We could stay here for a few days and hunt them. Oh, there you go. That'll be it. I wonder, I guess I have to wait for these to get in before we turn them into hunters. I don't know. Or maybe it'll be fine. It's hard to say. Okay, these docks are now advanced, which means that there will be a third pile of wood coming in. And this will do the same for coal. Once it's ready. It says toxic gas concentration will fall tomorrow, but that may be a lie. So, having spent what we need to for the night, I think. Let's see. In advance, we could put in to have more of these. As again, looking at it, we're going to need 20. We have 10. So we need another 10. We can only really afford 3 right now. And here I can't commit any steel towards this either. Let me, though, This is just going to be, getting them started in the morning. There. 2 each. And we'll go from there. They're still working on one here. On the last one here. Structural profile. I'm gonna wait and see how that goes, and then I'm gonna probably add 4 more. So that we'll have 12 just on hand, just in case. Okay, they're working on that. This temperature drop is terrifying me. We'll see what happens. I don't know how far the temperature is going to drop. It says 1 level, but... Damn it, it's our work that goes up in smoke. Fine, get to the construction site. Oh, God. What's happening? Suspicious fire. Abolition of privileges. Suspicious fire. A fire devastated the construction site. Thankfully, it broke out after working hours, so there are no victims. The speed with which it spread is suggestive of arson, and people report seeing someone loitering around the site shortly before the fire. Construction progress was set back slightly, and the site is cluttered with fire debris. What is your priority? Safety or speed? Oh, God. Construction will stop for 4 hours. Discontent will rise greatly. If I choose safety. If I choose speed, safety will fall by 2 levels. Discontent will rise slightly. Two levels isn't great. That's a significant amount of danger. Discontent will rise slightly either way, I'm seeing. Well, the question then becomes if there's going to be... If the level of dangerous gases fall by 1, that'll at least help, but we don't know that that's going to happen. We're going to say safety. Curse them! We knew something was going to happen. We knew. And again, that's a question of, is that 4 hours from now? Because if that's 4 hours from now, we're fine. The shift doesn't start until then. Yeah, it looks like it's ticking down. 43%. It did set us back. Yeah, we're gonna need that brute squad. That's gonna become important. Ongoing cleanup. Okay. They're now waiting at that site. If I hit setup camp, I just want to see if this other team disappears or not. Previous transport sent by these foragers is still on its way. Okay. We are hunting reindeer and sending the meat to the construction site every day. All right. Hopefully this didn't suddenly transform into reindeer meat. We need all we can get. But there's no way to tell that. So there we are. Okay. Rise in motivation. Lowering of discontent. That's good. So something must have fallen off the... One of my unpopular decisions fell off of off of things. That's good. Another boat arriving in a little over 2 hours. Okay. So yeah, I know they should be back in business. And I might be able to use this again today. We'll see. I'll have to see how much work is left. Did they finish the advanced docks? They did. Reloading stations versus steam reloading stations. I see. Yeah. We'll get there. One way or another. Okay. Oh, bots. Hang on. Before I proceed into this, let me go ahead and save this. This is day 26. Do. There we go. That's taken care of. Okay. Let me see here. Anything else I need to do here? Too many things. All right. I do need to dive off soon, but I want to see a little bit more of this before I do. Why are there always things to do? How dare. Okay, well, we must get them out. Evacuate them now. There are people in the core, they'll die. God help these poor souls. Welp. Soon, soon, trademark. Yep. Well, I'm glad we put those fire dampeners in place. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Didn't we just put in fire? We did. But the thing is, I'm wondering if if this is arson, then that might not matter. We'll see. So, the core. Fire in the core! Sound of explosion comes from the generator. And then, din of terrified voices, a fire broke out in the nearly finished core. Many workers are trapped inside. We can evacuate them, but if the fire is allowed to spread unchecked, it will destroy the core and forever cripple the generator. We have 4 choices here. Evacuate the workers, crippling the generator. The generator will be prone to malfunctions. Some workers will be injured. All progress on the core will be lost. Cut off the air supply to put the fire out. The generator will be of normal quality. Many workers will die. Discontent will rise greatly. Strike risk will rise greatly. Use the fire dampers to put the fire out. The generators will be of normal quality. Many workers will be gravely injured. Some progress in the core will be lost. Or use emergency safety systems. The generator will be of normal quality. Some workers will be injured. I'm so glad we've been erring on the side of safety. Yeah, that's exactly it. Exactly it in Stable Days. Well, if you hadn't been safety focused, I suspect you'd have significantly fewer options. Yep. I suspect that as well. So let's see. If we use the fire dampers they just built, then many workers would be gravely injured. Some progress on the core would be lost. If we use emergency safety systems, then some workers will be injured, and that's it. Not gravely injured. So, yeah, I mean, we can always, evacuate the workers if we want to, no, and then even if we do that, some will be injured. So, yeah. I'm sure we don't want to cut off the air supply, just to teach them a lesson. Yeah. Use emergency safety systems. I think that's what we're going to do here. Because we're trying to be good people. Good people. Some workers will be injured, but we're using our systems. 12 people were wounded, became gravely ill. That was close. Now let's get them to the medic. What a relief! They could have all died in this fire. Okay. Let's check our medical situation here. We are good people for a certain definition of good. Yup. Let's see, this infirmary can hold 10 patients out of the 12 that, we've got 15 being treated, it says, and 4 still need to get in somewhere. So let me see. Here we have 5. So yeah, it's time to open this up. Let me see. We have 3 workers available currently. I'm going to swap out a couple of things so that I can put engineers over here in the medical post. Because, this is for overflow. We have overflow. This is exactly what that's for. Now let me see if I can figure out where I put the engineers. Where did I put these engineers? Alright. So, I've got these 3 workers. 1 day, 3 hours. So, I'm gonna put these 3 workers in here. And I'm going to remove these 4 engineers from here. I'm gonna put them over here. To be doctors for a while. Turn that on. 95%. That's not nothing. Do I have anywhere else I want to pull an engineer from? I don't believe I have any working in the pub, no. Let me see where my engineers are. Ah, the reloading station. Yeah, I can pull one from this reloading station. So that we're fully staffed here. And I will pull one worker from the pub to replace them. Okay. That's done. Ah, there we are. Steam sawmill. We're good. Okay. All right. That's great. We have 12 absences because injury. However, we can use food to make this go faster. A lot of them aren't even here yet. Soon. Transport has arrived. We have 2 more workers. That's good. I'll put you in at the pub. And I'll take this engineer off here and I'll put a worker in. The idle person is an engineer, though that is dangerous. How are we looking over here? Safe and unhealthy. Wait. Where are we unhealthy? Is it at the core? Unhealthy because presumably a thing happened and that was an issue. I assume the base safety level changed. That might have something to do with it. Oh, also, yeah, the protective structure wore out. Those are only useful for 24 hours. We can only do that for so long. That said, hang on. Wait a moment. Oh, hang on. There we go. As an engineer myself, idle engineers are not hazardous. The only risk is we'll fix something even if it isn't broke. Even if it wasn't broken. Ah, yeah, Yes. However, in the narrative of this game, I need to explain. That's fair. In the narrative of this game, however, we chose the workers over the engineers. Because of the path that we're going down here in our labor tree. We started building in this direction. And we know that there's been an arsonist. And that the engineers are not happy with the choices we've been making. They have permanent discontent. So, our most likely explanation if we have a saboteur, is that it's an engineer. Within the context of this game, purely. I can't speak to real life. Like, ever, really. That said, how many of these things do we have? Okay, I want to build... we'll build 4 more structural profiles. They'll be ready. And then we'll see when these 2 are done. With their current charge... Okay, they're done with their current charge. So soon, maybe I can hit this again and up the progress by 20%. Let's see. Now taking stock again, we have 12 composites. We need another 8 of those, and 11 steam exchangers, where we will need another, 39 of those. For phase 4. Just getting a little bit of a jump on stage 4. So, right now we don't have a lot of steel. Still early. I'm gonna do 1 and 1. I'm gonna build these one at a time for right now. Oh, right. Also, though, I have another steam core. But I don't want to rebuild anything while we're, in the middle of stuff. Ultimately, though, what I need to do is add it to this reloading station so we can have a steam reloading station. And that'll catch up. That'll catch it up more with, the loading of the steel. Okay. There was something. Yeah, I think... Okay. Are we good? Are we good? I think we're good. Right now. Okay, well then, they just built another one. Yeah. And I can't put another one in the queue here yet. I can in just a moment, though. There we go. We kind of need the steel to come in faster. Here we have the Book of Laws. Well, yeah, I think maybe I'm going to end on this fateful decision that I'm about to make. Because I think that's appropriate. So just to check through what we have available under administration, I mean, I could do bare knuckle bouts, as that does reduce discontent. We're getting there. But that said, we don't need to do the steel coffins for bodies thing. However, under our labor laws, well, let's see what we have here. Selfless sacrifice. Raises workplace efficiency by 25%, but reduces safety by 2 levels. Motivation rises slightly when you... Not great. Not great. People's Militia, on the other hand, gets us closer to whatever this is. And I'm dying to see what it is. It's a new building, which is an upgrade to the labor union. It will reduce discontent. So discontent will fall slightly. We have to build this building. People's Militia will be established to ensure the workers' security and deal with the discontent. Has the time come to become the villain? Have we lived long enough now? Is it now? Shall we begin our villain arc? If we haven't already, it's a slippery slope. The answer, of course, is yes.
Hear me. New rules in effect.
People's Militia will be established. Gotta deal with those dangerous arsonists out there. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. We are the villains. Ah, Jesus. We gotta build this building. Yeah. It's time to promote the proletariat to bourgeoisie, just like all great leaders. This is not gonna end well. I want us to take this as just a learning point here. It's kind of important. Don't do this in reality, folks. Oh my god. So we passed this law. Just want to see if they say anything. I hope the People's Militia won't be used against the people. Yeah, funny that. All hail the militant arm of the working class. That's very important. Very important. To not be used against the people. That's when things get real bad. We may have noticed. Let's see. We have 111 coal left. Damn. All right. And we have to build this building. People's Militia. A sense of safety. You have a council square here. They voted down that all telegrams from London must be published. That was the new one. People's Militia will upgrade this building. We'll upgrade the labor union. The labor union will become a militia. How did this happen? Do we know? Oh no, I can't put it anywhere there's space. I have to upgrade. It's the only way. Well, I guess we'll do it. Why not? Why not indeed? No problems here. We don't have anyone idle currently to do it, though. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I'll just put it that way. Where are we currently? 14 and 13. Oh wait, no, we don't have enough steel now. We're upgrading to a militia. All right, yeah, that's fascinating, isn't it? Steam. How many do we have currently? Steam exchangers. 13 of them. We're gonna need a lot more, but speeding up the work probably a good idea. Honestly, the tactic has worked well in the past for at least a century. Of course, other organizations have been co-opted to enforce law and order through more physically violent means. Yes, they have, haven't they? Funny that. They always find a way to be a bully. That's the thing. It's always whoever has the biggest gang. What it comes down to, really. Now that said, is this open? Come on, come on. We can supercharge this. I'm gonna save the game before I do. Just in case we trigger something else when I hit this. Especially while this is being built. Here we go. Okay, 72, 12 hours left. Anything suddenly happening? Yes, no? How are we? I'm just going to hit the food button here. Make everyone recover faster. That cost about 30 rations. Okay. Well, nothing's exploded yet. That's good. That's a good sign. Well, what do you mean nothing's exploded? Something exploded just a few minutes ago. Okay, fair. Nothing exploded after the most recent thing I did. So I think, while we're waiting for that to be built, we're going to go ahead and pause it here because I must go forth and do lunch-like activities. All right. Good Lord, this game. This game, I tell you. This freaking game. I just shake my head. Thank you all very much for watching. As far as messages to my future self go, it's just basically keep in mind that our militia is being built. And actually, yeah, I want to see what other laws that is unlocked. Because I'm sure that'll be a little terrifying. Maybe you'll see an 1848 revolution. You never know. You never know. So we are, so that's being built, and let's see. Yeah, we're 75% of the way through the core. It's got another 12 hours left. It's really just a question, once again, of just waiting for steam cores to get in, sending off for more when they do. I need to make sure I did that, actually. Go back, check, make sure you don't need to send another ship off, because if you're sending for another shipment of anything, then you need to go in, make sure that you've sent that telegram, and that's about it. We're just right. It's fairly I don't want to say we've automated the process, but we've got the process down at this point. It's just, you know, getting everything done in time. Which, you know, right now we're ahead, so hopefully that's that's a state that will continue. But thank you all once again for watching. It is a lot of fun doing this as I sit here, playing a game about a snowy apocalypse as I'm surrounded by a lot of snow. And let's see, today is Saturday. Do I have anything happening? Well, on Thursdays, when folks are available, because life, Thursday evenings I'm over on, what am I doing? Thursday evenings I am over on High Shelf Collective, playing in their campaign of His Majesty the Worm, which is a fun OSR game. On alternate Thursdays, when Lucci is available, we play those afternoons earlier. We play here. We play text adventures together. That'll be a couple of weeks before we come back around and see if Lucci becomes available. Aside from that, just, you know, randomly when I get a chance, playing games like this and Stranded Sails, and probably other games soon. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I have to do the whole life thing. Life is important. Talks are beginning for other TTRPG related things to happen. And so I will announce more about that as things develop. But for now, I think that'll be about it. We might go say hi to someone when we hit the end card. So if you're so inclined, feel free to hang on and say hi to them with us. In the meantime, folks, thank you all for watching. Please remember that you are valid, that you're unique, and that's wonderful because variety is very important. So you matter. Take care of yourselves. I will see you all of a sudden.